Hello everyone. So I wanted to talk about something that is so crucial for women in business, but anyone in business who wants to grow and expand and be more visible and own your expertise. It's this huge piece that comes before everything and anything, and it's something that it's something that many people don't talk enough about, especially not the marketers or the sales experts. They don't talk enough about this deeper internal stuff, and I wanted to bring it up here, especially in relation to the 100 Women of Vision Masterclass series that's coming up in 10 days, 11 days? It's really soon. It's scaring me. And this shows up for all of the women that are going to be at this event because they're all ready and willing to expand and to grow to the next level in their business. So of course this piece is going to come up, and this piece is safety. So this came up in two ways. One, I had a client session first thing this morning, and then I also had a really amazing friend make a post about attachment, like basically how do I get unattached? And they didn't give a lot of detail about what kind of attachment this was, but a whole new distinction or awareness came through this morning in my client session, and I realized this is going to be something I talk a lot about moving forward, the same as about 2 years ago I realized there was this difference between having substance versus having being significant. And if you've never heard about that one, then you can check out another video about it. But this is the difference between attachment and being abandoned. So this one's a bit different because there's actually something that's higher than the two of those. So instead of ping-ponging back and forth between being attached or abandoned, there's actually a place that we can rise to. It's another A word to rise above that. And I'm going to share what that is in this video. So it came up because my client was having a lot of, and I'm just looking at my notes here, so apologies between the camera and here, but she had a lot of trauma, a lot of drama coming up with someone in her life personally, and we realized there was this energy feeling threatened, that she had to get everything right. Ow. She had to get everything right, not say the wrong thing. She had to really check in with that other person. How are you? Are you okay? Did I say the wrong thing? To make sure that her being accepted in that moment wasn't threatened, that she wasn't going to be abandoned. How many of us feel that coming up in our marketing or in our sales? We want to make a post, but we feel like it's just not safe to say that. We feel like it's just not safe to just come directly out and ask for the sale, or it's not safe to have that new big idea for our business to expand our visibility or to own our expertise. It's not safe to say, this is what I'm an expert at, here's why, I would love to work with you. You know, why a lot of those things feel unsafe. And so we realized that she was living under this threat of abandonment. Ow. And that she was, wow, there's still so much energy on this. And she was regulating her energy and her being due to the threat of abandonment. So for you, truth, are you regulating your energy and your being because of the threat of abandonment? Ow. Wow. Whew. Oh, baby. You don't make that post that you want to make because it just doesn't feel safe. You don't decide on an expertise that you want to own and truly own it. You don't raise your rates if that felt inspired or aligned on a previous day, but now it doesn't because it's just so scary. In what ways are you regulating your energy and your being due to the threat of abandonment? Now, it could be that you're referencing a specific person or scenario from the past, childhood, school. We don't have to overthink these. You know, it's right there. It's the obvious things. Is it any of those, or is it in a current relationship, either a personal private relationship or in a business relationship or with clients? Maybe money's wrapped up in all that. There's the fear of not having enough money, so you don't want to offend anyone and be abandoned or rejected because financially there's an impact there. So how are you but then when you do all that, you down-regulate your energy and your being to align with the lowest common denominator of fear. Fear of being abandoned, the fear of being rejected, the fear of not having enough, the fear of scarcity, all those things. So you take you, this bigness that's you, and you go, and you see how small you could make yourself so that you don't get abandoned or rejected. Because if you just don't take up too much space, then you won't get abandoned or rejected. So the ego mind goes. I know I'm talking a little fast here sometimes, but I'm thinking, comment below, is this dinging for you? Is this like a, oh my gosh, that's totally me? Or is this not resonating? Although probably if it's not resonating, you're no longer watching. But just comment below. Let me know, like, oh my gosh, it's like you're hiding in my closet and you know my personal life. Or just let me know how this is landing for you. So I had a client recently who was not this. And I realized that this was the first client in a long time that didn't have this kind of thing coming up. She had had a really great upbringing. She had this really deep down sense of being accepted and loved no matter what happened. And she's looking to expand in her business. So all these, what I would call usual places that I would go for energy clearing, none of them were bringing up stuff. So we had to go a completely different direction in the session. But it made me realize, as a juxtaposition to almost every single client that I work with, that this is such a key part of it, such a core part of it, this fear for safety, either emotional, spiritual, or literally physical. So what is above, if you've got attachment here and abandonment here, and you're just ping-ponging back and forth between the two? You know, you get too attached and you spend way too much time with a person, or you overgive with potential clients or paying clients. Your schedule's wide open, you don't have good boundaries, you're people-pleasing, you're taking things really personally, you know, you're what a lot of people would call attached, just like, or there's the fear of being abandoned, where you either cut and run, or you do get abandoned, or the fear of feeling abandoned just, again, has you constrict. But in the abandonment category, you constrict and you seclude and run away. The attachment, you constrict and glob on at the same time. The abandonment, you constrict and try to leave. So you ping-ponging back and forth between the two. But above those, something I talk a lot about, there's even a 3-part podcast series that's now going public. We did the first one, launched last week. Alignment. Energetic alignment. And it's not about trying to detach, because we hear people talk about that a lot. And if that language works for you, of course, keep it. But if that concept never really worked for you, as it never really worked for me to detach, because I went to weird places in my head about that. So this is just another way to look at it energetically. So instead of trying to detach, which for me would be still about ping-ponging back and forth, you're trying to fix the attachment by detaching, but not quite get to abandonment. So it gets weird. So instead, if you kind of rise above that, not to go into your third eye chakra and just forget about the world, but to rise above it energetically to a higher vibration, if you want to call it that, to alignment. Where are you aligned? And when you're in energetic alignment, now you know what's next. Your actions become clear because you're not so attached. You're not afraid of abandonment. You can speak it clearly and plainly to that client and say, hey, look, I'm not available on Sundays. And I was actually clear about that at the beginning. So if you message me on Sunday, or the whole weekend, if you message me on the weekend, I'll reply on Monday. So what's up with you getting so bent out of shape that I didn't reply to your email that you sent last thing on a Friday? You know, I'll reply on a Monday. Or people that are constantly asking for discounts, whatever it is, you'll find your alignment with that. The same as if you want to make a post on social media, you're inspired to make up some big post, and you're afraid of what people might say. But if it's in your area of expertise, that thing that you've decided to own, not the newest drama in the world, you know, our knee-jerk response is to post about whatever newest drama is happening, and then the backlash comes from that because people disagree. Stop posting that stuff. I learned the hard way. Just don't post that stuff. But post in your area of expertise, that thing that you've decided to own. And when you're in that, then you can be in alignment and you can move forward with grace and with love. And if you get some flack, now you can engage from an aligned place, not this fear-based place of ping-ponging back and forth between attachment and abandonment. Okay, so the other little piece of this is that we become so super aware of anywhere that we could offend other people in case they threaten our belonging. And so we're going to make that post on Facebook, or we're going to share our prices with a potential new client, and we check in energetically. We jump over there into that person's energy, or if it's on social media, we try to do it with the entire world. And empaths know what I'm talking about here. You literally leave your body energetically and you jump into other people's areas, and then you try to feel how that's going to land for them. And then you wonder why you procrastinate so much. You wonder why you hesitate so much. Well, because you're constantly not being with you. You're not in alignment. So when you can come back into alignment, then you can have what my client had. So it was the most beautiful moment. So I heard my client say to her child that had just walked in the room, as we're doing all this clearing, because we were clearing beliefs the whole way through this conversation. We're clearing belief after belief after belief, and things are moving, and we're both yawning, and energy moving all over the place. And I heard her say, honey, not leave the room. She said, honey, I'm going to cry, but it's just energy, so it's okay. And then she cried on the phone with me while her child was in the room. And it was the most amazing moment of, that is energetic alignment, when you can have your emotions, have your cake and eat it too, and you can have your emotions, and that it's okay. When you can make a post and people reject you, and it's okay. When you're still you, regardless of what other people think or do. That rhymed. So if any of this is landing, I would love for you to come to the 100 Women of Vision Masterclass series. This is one of the kinds of things that we're talking about. It's definitely part of what I'm talking about in clearing the imposter syndrome, which is my contribution to this masterclass series. But we have a lot of other amazing speakers. We've got spiritual sales, playful branding, profitable pricing, but in alignment with your sacred money archetype. It's all about alignment. The whole thing is all about alignment, and women in business owning their expertise, expanding their visibility to grow a business that you love, that serves the world. So I'd love for you to come and check that out. If you haven't already got your ticket, you can go to myspiritualclarity.com/100 masterclass. And if I said that too fast, just comment below and say, hey, Will, I want that link, and I will send you that link. We would love to have you there. It's happening next Friday and Saturday, all day. There's 10 amazing speakers. We'd love to have you there. And again, this topic of attachment and abandonment, alignment, or rather how to be this, because this language is brand new. So attachment versus abandonment may not be in there, but alignment, that's just all over the entire event. It has been from the beginning. So if you are a woman in business and you would like greater alignment, spiritual alignment, energetic alignment, alignment with your niche and your messaging and your branding, and doing a business and doing work that you love that feels great on all levels, so that you never have that moment of, ooh, it just doesn't feel good. If you want to get rid of all that stuff and just be in alignment, I'd love to see you there. So comment below if you'd like that link, and share this video. If you have really connected yourself with this video, please share it with anyone that you think would be aligned, that would love to hear the message and would love to be with us next Friday and Saturday. Have an awesome, awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.